And wait until I see you. I'm sure that's John. You have the whole American ones down then.
Okay, I have Bridget, John, Anthony, Jimmy, and Rolly.
And Willie. And
There was an Ed,
there was.
wasn't there?
There was. Helen was married to a Dublin man from Dublin. He's a taxi driver and she's very good looking girl. And he married her back at the bridge. And funny enough, our daughter was here the other night. They'd be cousins of yours too, the Dublins in Dublin. Now, she died when they were young. She left them young, like, but their father raised them up. Nice family. 2 boys and 2 girls. That was Ella. And then Penelope, I suppose.
Penelope.
And Ned, as we called her. Wouldn't Ned be thrilled to meet you now? Oh, he would, poor thing. He would. Honest to God. But my 2 sons are very good natured, Michael McGarry and Johnny McGarry. Johnny has no family. These, I'm putting that one on spare right. These live all now in Kilbride, as I say, down by Ballycashel. And Johnny has no family, and Michael has just that one little girl. The man kind of leads in life, you know. And they're happy. They're very happy. They both were in England and worked in England. And Michael lives. Ned went over there from the bridge. You've got to see the bridge. The bridge is very nice all the time.
I want to take a picture of it.
Oh, you
my
have
sister
to.
and,
Because you know who was here lately? Was, oh, you wouldn't know them. They'd be cousins of yours. Rosie Healy.
Healy?
Healy. The Healys now were your first cousins. Definitely. She died last January. She was a lovely little woman. She was a sister now to Mrs. McIntyre that I'm talking about. Well, her family came.
Her name was, well, she'd be McIntyre. Her name
No, she'd be Rosie. She was Rosie Healy herself,
Healy.
but she married Boyd. She was a Rose Boyd. He's from County Cavan. And she died last January. She was 73, I think. And her family came home to see, just like you, where the bridge was and where she came from and all that kind of thing. And she came home from America and she got married back this way. The man came down from Cavan and they got married in Ireland. But we went to the bridge and they took schnapps of the bridge too. That was where the old home was.
And that's right there a mile. On the left?
Just a mile on the left. And when the old ones died then, it was sold to a namesake. Ned McGarry, I think, arranged it so. And it was sold to a McGarry man as well. So it's a Willie McGarry that owns it now. He'd be about a 2nd or 3rd cousin maybe, but he bought it.
So someone lives there now?
Oh, and he rented it into these. A nice man and his wife and 2 kids. They're Gallagher's. Or you call them Gallagher's over there.
Yeah, my grandmother's name was Gallagher.
Yes, and they're from Shishkin, as we say.
Yeah.
That's right.
Would they be buried around here?
They're buried back in Thomas, about 3 miles from here.
Where would that be?
And Thomas, it's on your road to go to Mrs. Pat Irwin, but it's off the road a bit. I'll tell you now, what's your first name?
Joe.
Joe.
Yeah, Joe.
Joe. Well, Joseph, I'll tell you who do all this and bring you to all these places. There's Johnny McGarry and his wife. They've got no family. I can't move from this one. I can't, and I'm so sorry. I'd love to, but Johnny and his wife, they have their own care and they don't have, no family or anything, and they're just kind of retired over from England. And they go, I often see them. They come once in a while to the pub and back and forth. They live over beside Michael McGarry.
And that's in Ballycashel.
And
Do you have
that's
their address?
You have. Kilbride, Ballycashel. You're just going to the little town. Ask in Ballycashel to say direct you to Johnny and Michael McGarry's house down in Kilbride. Kilbride. But sit down and like it a drink now. Oh, isn't this nice now? Honest to God. Well, I'm delighted now you came in. Well, they were right to tell you that now.
Yeah.
Yes, they were. No, it's not far back at all. I thought you were going to go back, years and years and years.
Oh,
This isn't far back at all because cousins years now from, where did I say, Schenectady, I think.
Yeah.
They came here. And another cousin of yours, Molly Healy, she died, but her daughter had written out all these family trees, as she called them. All the names and the families and the connections and everything. And I had it here. I know you're going to say I hadn't much value in it when I gave it away. But these McGarrys didn't seem, like they didn't seem to know anybody,
Yeah.
And I said, well, I have this, and I said, you'll find out everything in it. Because I know who they're talking about, and I gave it to them. You know, they have it out there now. The other cousins know. Across the road from us, and we happened to be up there. She was there. She's a nice woman. And she has 4 lovely daughters.
And that's Pat Irwin.
Mrs. Pat Irwin, she is.
And she is Penelope's
daughter.
daughter.
Yes, she's his cousin.
It's coming. It's coming.
Oh, yes, she's that. Oh, it has to be, because from the minute he's 4. I was way back, you know, hundreds. And because somebody came here one day, and I couldn't. He said he was tracing a family of Deans. And you know, I didn't know there's Deans back here and there's Deans over there. And he said he was in his great-grandfather went from that. I know, far way back. Not your time at all. The family you're talking about, you see, they belong to our crowd here. You know, they all left the bridge. We know everything about them, we'd say, you know. Like Ned McGarry went over, he left the bridge and he went over. He bought a farm over there in Ballycastle. That's why he's in Kilbride. They went over. He went to England and they've got a nice place over there in Kilbride. But over here there's no good land or anything. There's just kind of poverty, you'd say. And he left the bridge. But the bridge, all these boys, your father and all these boys grew up at the bridge. Penelope, the lot of them, they were one family. So they grew up there, and Agatha was their mother, and Michael McGarry. They had cousins all around them there, and they're all dead. As Johnny McGarry will tell you, there were those cousins next door to them there, lovely looking fellas, just across the road. You know, long ago there was nothing around, you'd say. And they had all big families. There were McGarrys, there was a Martin McGarry, Pat McGarry, Michael McGarry. They went to England. And they had all dead now. All them lovely boys. And they were fine looking.
Well, my father had 3 children.
He had.
My father had myself, my brother, and my sister. My brother is dead, but my brother had 6 kids. I had 7, and my sister had 8.
Oh!
So we've got a lot of...
Oh, ye have.
Yeah.
But what great now to think. Isn't there a lot of nature in the people in America? I always say, but to trace back,
Yeah.
and come back and visit the home place. And
Well, my father never talked about... he
Back
never
home.
talked about home at all. My mother always did. In fact, when on this trip we're going down to see my mother's relatives too.
oh, down in Cork.
Yeah, but my father never talked about it. And when I was coming over here, my sister kept all the things when my father died, and he had the only trace he had was on his discharge papers when he was in World War I. He was born in Glenmoy. Oh, no, we'll go.
Let's go. Why don't you tell me why you're taking pictures? Oh, yes, I can. No. Wait, me, I'm going to watch. Get out of the water. Watch it.